Hey, everybody. I am so excited on tonight. I have some guests here with us tonight, and we're getting ready for our Boss Women's Getaway. It is going to be phenomenal. It is June 23rd through the 26th. I am so excited that I have some wonderful ladies that are going to be joining us tonight, and they are going to be actually part of our guest panel. And I'm just so excited because they are full of energy. They're bosses, all in their own right. And it is just so nice to hear women that are moving and shaking and doing some things in their life to make their lives better, of course. And they're still handling their business, doing what they need to do on their jobs, right? Because that's what a boss is. You got this job that you got to handle, right? And then you got to handle that house. And then, my God, you got to handle them kids and you got to handle all that you do. And so I am so excited, and I'm going to just bring them on one at a time, and we're going to all be on here together. So I'm really excited. So I want y'all to be excited on today. I know for a fact that y'all are going to be blessed. I know you're going to be blessed. So we're going to bring my friend, my girl, Jasia on. She is really a wonderful, wonderful lady. Actually, she's really like a part of my heart and a part of our family. And I'm just so excited to have her on. Jasia is going to join us at this time. Hey, Jasia.
Hello, Pastor P.
Hey, how are you, girl?
I am doing well. How about yourself? So good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. And let me just tell y'all a little bit about Jasia, who she is to me. So she came into our family by marriage, and she had attended our church for quite some time until she broke away. All right, I'm gonna say broke away. She went away to school, and I think once she got to school, she said, "I ain't never ever coming back to Rochester." And but I am so thankful that we're still connected. Our families are connected, and I just love her so much. And I've seen what God has done in her life, how God has taken her to the places where she dreamed to be. And I remember when she was in Rochester and working at a law firm, and she was like, she got to get up out of there. And so I honor the fact that being a young woman, that you're able to do the things that you dream to do, and they have been beneficial for your life.
Yes, listen, God has had his hand on my life for as long as I can remember, and he has not failed me yet. So, yes, it has been an amazing journey to get here.
Yes, yes. So thanks, Jasia. Jasia is going to be our moderator at the conference. And so she has her girlfriends that are with us on tonight, and they will all be at the conference. And let me bring them in one by one. And Jasia, I'm going to have you kind of introduce them, all right?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
So, yes, first up, Mr. Quanda Hill. She is a transformational IT leader, and she is doing amazing things. And she's a part of a wonderful organization that we are in partnership together, the 42 Collective. So, all the ladies joining us here today are part of the 42 Collective, and we are super excited. Wait, Quanda, say hello.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for having me. Thanks, Jasia and Pastor P. Thank you. I'm super excited to join your conference.
Thank you so much for being able to come on tonight. Thank you. I know you're just on your way home, but thank you for being a part.
Thank you.
All
Okay.
right. And next we have Miss Tamika, I'm sorry, Dr. Tamika Wagstaff, who is also a member of the 42 Collective. She is my soror. So is all these lovely women on the phone. We are all members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. But Dr. Wagstaff, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Well, good evening, and thank you for having me. I'm very excited about the conference, excited about just being in this space with these wonderful women this evening. I am Dr. Tamika Wagstaff. I'm currently the Vice Provost for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm a mom, a daughter, a sister, an entrepreneur, everything, different hats, pass them around and just make it do what it do. I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here, excited to have the conversation, and excited to see the beautiful faces on the screen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part. I do appreciate you ladies so much. And we have Miss Ashley, we're going to add in.
All right. Last and certainly not least, Miss Ashley Bush, the phenom, the experience curator, the just fashionista, just Ashley Bush. Hold on, Ashley, from you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's try that again. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Pastor Pete, for having me and having the Fortitude Collective. As Jacia said, I am an experience curator. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a business called Curated Creatives. I work for the mayor of Baltimore and his Children and Family Success Office. And yeah, I'm a part of the Fortitude Collective with my lovely sorors here. So thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited that I have y'all. And what's exciting about this is just to hear what you all do. And just to see, like, it's really important for me. My call is really to empower women, right? And so, what I found is that we as women, we have so many different hats that we have to wear. And so just hearing you all talk about what you do and who you are is really, really interesting for those that are going to be watching, right? And those that are going to be at the conference. Because, like, how do you make it work? How do you balance all of this? So anybody can jump in at any time. And then I'm going to let Jessia handle it because, y'all all in it together. And I let me tell you this. I like the fact that y'all are friends.
Yeah.
You guys are all friends, right?
Mhm.
And I think that it's very important to have friends that you trust. And I want y'all to tell me a little bit about your friendship and how y'all became friends. And I'm assuming that you met some years back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Y'all didn't just meet; y'all knew each other. So how does that friendship thing go? And then let's have a conversation.
All right. So let me start off with just the notion of sisterhood, right? So, yes, we are members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, but sisterhood shows up in your life in various different ways, from like your best friend's wife or a childhood family friend who's a part of your family. But I think the main thing and why we created the Fortitude Collective because everybody doesn't have those organic relationships, right? So we are very fortunate that we have an amazing organization that brings us together. I'm fortunate because I've come from a big family and I go to newborn fellowship. Like, so there's spaces in my own life where I can have sisterhood. But for a lot of women, they don't have those spaces. And one of the questions you asked, like, how do we do it all? I think that through these connected circles of sisters help us get through all of the things that we are, being a mom, being a wife. Like I'm a fiance working towards being a wife. So I need to ask Quan, like, girl, how do you go to work and then come home and want to be touched, child? I don't had a long day. I don't know if I feel like being touched today, right? So you need to have a sisterhood who can help you and work through those things. So one of the amazing things about the Fortitude Collective is that we created it for a space for women, Black and brown women particularly, to come together, to have some sounding boards, to share some stories, to get some information and some wisdom, and to know that we are not crazy, that life is hard and it's difficult, but together and through our connectedness, we can have everything that we need. So that is the birthplace of the Fortitude Collective. It was birthed out of some frustration and just like when you get out of work that day and you are just over it. And for me, I believe that everything I need, I have. Everything I need, I have. So I reached out to some friends and shot some text messages, and over some disjointed and haphazard conversations, we came together with the Fortitude Collective. And if you want to test your friendship, Pastor P, go into a little business venture with your good girlfriends, and it'll test and it'll tell you if that's your sister or not. So I am so humbled and honored that these three ladies, they hold me up when I'm a little janky. They keep me accountable. They help me be a better Jacia, a better leader, a better soon to be wife. So I'm excited for them. So I kind of know all of them individually. Tamika is my line sister best friend. We pledged on the
Let me
same
say
line.
something just here real quick. So what I like about what you're saying is you said you're talking about sisterhood. And
Mm-hmm.
so whether you have a biological sister or not, these are not your biological sisters, they're your girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the most important things, and it sounds like y'all real with each other, I think being who you are and being authentic, being your real self, right? You
Mm-hmm.
need to be able to do that with your girlfriends. And that's how you really figure out if you're really friends. Because if you can say some things to me to help correct me, because I don't care what kind of boss you are, how you run your show, how well you do, how much money you make, you need people in your life that's going to be authentic and for real with you and tell you the truth, right? And that's what I'm looking at here with you all, that you're able to do what you do, right? Manage your life and still have friendship with other women and
Mm-hmm.
not have, not be jealous or envy of where you're going, because we all have our different paths, right? We all got our different visions and the different things that we have been called to do in life. And so being okay with who you are, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then having some girlfriends that we could work it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's basically how we, I think, support each other through this, because we are bosses in our own right. When you're a boss at work, that many people can't tell you're not doing a good job, right? When you're the boss, you're just the boss, and they just got to do what you say. But when you get a bunch of bosses together, they can say, "Hey, girl, that's a little janky. You was late to the meeting. You ain't do the homework. Like you playing." So I think professionally, this has helped me because it's made me kind of check myself in different areas, because I don't get critiques in the way that, let's just say, an average employee. Neither does anybody on this phone, right? When you're a boss, people just do what you tell them to do. So it's been very helpful for me. But I'm gonna shut up and let somebody else talk about sisterhood or how we know each other. I don't said enough for a little while.
You're good. You're good. All right. Who else wants to chime in?
I'll come in. I think that's really important. I think, what we built together is really taking each other's strengths and weaknesses, and sort of playing on them. I think in order for you to be a boss and work amongst other women in sisterhood, you have to be secure within yourself. Jealousy comes when you're not secure within yourself. But I feel like amongst the four of us, we all know where our sweet spots are. We know where we shine, and we kind of use that to play off of each other. So that we're not in competition with one another. We're in competition to make this thing work and to see, ourselves help other women, bring them along. So I think that's what really helps us. It's just
Yeah.
kind of knowing where we are, understanding well, we are that show saying iron sharpen iron. I think that's
Yes.
something that we sort of we play off. And the other thing, something I say, that I've said recently is, we know how to be sisters, we know how to brunch together, but business is different. I say that all the time. We do brunch well, but we need to do business better. And I think that's where we're growing each other, and we're really playing off each other's strength. I know, Ashley is a creator. That ain't my lane. So I stay out of that lane. Tamika is going to bring us together to make sure we're thinking of it in a different way. Jacia is going, she going to sell it. She's going to make sure she the mouthpiece. And I understand that. I understand what my strength is in this circle. And I think that's what makes it work.
Ooh, girl, y'all talking my talk. Yeah. Because guess what? That's what you got to do. You've got to know your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's how you handle life. And you can't flow in somebody else's lane, right? You got to stay in your own lane and handle your own area. All
Mhm.
right, okay. Let me let somebody else talk, because this is my kind of stuff, right? So go ahead. Who's gonna jump in next?
I'll go ahead and jump in. I would say that Jacia for me is like the great connector. So as she said, we're line sisters. And so she connected me with Quan when we were starting to talk about what this Fortitude Collective might look like. And Ashley and we pseudo have a connection through Jacia as well. So she's kind of like that glue that kind of holds these connections together. So that I appreciate that, because you don't always meet other women, especially Black women, that can connect you to other women that you're going to be able to relate to, do business with, have difficult conversations with. And that's always very important. And for me, it motivates me. So when we are getting together and we're talking and we're working on whatever our next project is, it makes me creative in the other things that I'm doing. Or I'm able to bring ideas back and say, when me and my husband are talking, listen, this is what we're working on, and get some ideas from him. So it helps to fuel other areas of my life as well. And then I think you in the beginning were asking about how do we do all the things, right? Because we're doing this. We all have jobs. We all are entrepreneurs and doing different things. So how do we make it all work? And a lot of it has to do with faith. It has to do with making sure you're praying and making sure that you keep a circle of friends like these women who can hold you accountable, that encourage you and motivate you to want to do more and do better. For me, it's having a supportive family, having a partner that's willing to step up and do more, so that I can do more. And also, it's knowing when you need to sit down and take that time to do less and to recalibrate and to refocus and re-energize as well.
That's good, girl. Balancing out that life.
Hmm.
I wrote a book called Organize Your Life for Success. And guess what? As women, that's what we have to do all the time. We have to organize, organize, organize our lives. And I love it. Again, you talked about, having that sisterhood. Right? Where you're short at, Jussia may pick up, or however, right? And that's how you develop this strong sisterhood.
Yeah.
And your kids, you guys, some of you have children, so connecting your kids together, having more than just your immediate family, but like an extension, right? And being in business together. I hear y'all saying that, being in business together, right? That is not an easy thing, because when you're in business together, number one, we have to make sure that our businesses are tip top of excellence. We have to do that thing and do it right. We can't half step in our businesses, right? We got to make sure that all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, because if you want to grow your business, you want to make sure you're doing it in excellence. And guess what? That's how your business grows. Like, I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I've never worked for anybody. I've always been able to make that thing happen, right? And my husband was always a professional man. He was in corporate. I've never worked in corporate. So I had to learn, and I learned from my parents that, hey, if you're going to have a business and you're a woman of color or a man of color, you got to do better than the other folks. And to have sisters around you that are able to really feed into your life, people that are able to give you knowledge and wisdom and direction that you would not have had, because you don't know it all, right? So having that connection to different people, this is great. This is very good. So who has not talked? Ashley, right?
Hmm.
Go.
Oh, you want me to answer that question? So I will
Tell
just
us
point
about
out,
it.
it is hard. So I am the only one on here without a significant other, and I don't have children. But
Okay.
it is still hard for me to find balance at times, and I think everybody kind of pointed out the ways in which we do it. But finding balance is difficult. One of my good girlfriends always says to me when I like get into a space, she's always like, girl, you're not doing nothing if you ain't doing the most. And I'm like, you're right. I am always doing the most. I am. And, but I think one thing, when trying to balance, like Tamika said, a full-time job, being an entrepreneur, I'm in a Cornell course right now. I'm in a balloon class for my, my entrepreneurship endeavors. And so it's just finding people who are also willing to stand in the gap for you. You know, I used to work with youth a lot. And that was one thing that we always tried to do for our youth. And I feel like we bring that to this space, because sometimes you can't do it, right? Sometimes the Fortitude Collective is asked to do something and all of us can't be there. And that's where we come in as a sisterhood and we stand in that gap. It might only be two of us one time. It might only be three of us, right? But we've connected beforehand. We've talked about, how we need to be prepared for whatever it is. And then we show up, again, whether it's two of us, three of us, or all four of us. And so I think that's important to note, that sometimes you can't get everything done. Sometimes you can't do everything that you want to do. But in this group, and what we are trying to bring to other Black and brown women, in leadership and in life, is that there are others that you can depend on, and building relationships. Especially, I hear a lot of women say, I'm not friends with women, or I don't have no women friends. And I'm like, you missing out on life then. Like, I get it. When I was a teenager, I might have thought that same way, but as you get older, you learn things, right? And I feel sorry for women who have that outlook, who say they're not friends with women, and they don't have good relationships with women in life. And I encourage women who are in that situation to reevaluate, right? And it could be your circles, it could be you. So reevaluate.
Say that again, girl. It could be who?
It could be you.
Yes.
Seriously, because there's just no way that you're gonna navigate through life and just be like, I don't need anybody else that looks like me, that is me, that is a woman, whatever. Like, and think that that's okay. Like, it's just something that you need to reevaluate seriously, because there is nothing like a strong sisterhood.
That's right. Oh, I love that. Because you know what? We have to examine ourselves,
Yeah,
right? You don't check your own stuff, honey. Check it out.
that's
I mean,
right.
you said something really key, because that's how I had been taught when I was younger. Like, why would you want to be around women? Why would you like to be around women? What? Like, as I, matured, I realized, well, my mom had a salon, so I worked in her salon very early, right? And I realized that it's a blessing to have some women around you, because guess what? They can share things in their life that you may be dealing with. And because they've shared it, you ain't by yourself, right? This ain't just me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. This is life.
Yeah.
And even when got married, I got married very young. I got married. Let's see. How can I tell y'all this? I've been married for. I was gonna tell you the year I got married, but I'm like, no, I ain't telling y'all that. I will tell you, I've been married for 40 years, right?
Okay.
For 40
Yes,
years.
congrats.
And
I know, I would not believe it. You look fabulous.
You look
Fabulous.
awesome.
thank you, girl. All right. So for 40 years, right? So I needed help. In the beginning, I needed assistance. I needed someone to tell me, like, hey, you could do this, or this is normal, or try to do this. And one thing that someone said here today, you said, who said about prayer? Who said about prayer?
Tamika.
Oh, okay. So guess what? I realized I needed to really pray, because I needed Jesus, right? I needed God to help me to deal with him. Like what? I was young, got married, and your life changes. Your life changes. So Ashley, if my hat's off to you, girl. You don't have nobody right now. You ain't got no kids. You're doing good. Just wait on the Lord, all right?
Okay.
But it is work.
You better hurry up.
It is work having a spouse. It is work having children and your families, right? And then I've heard you all say you have your own businesses. I want to know some stuff about that. But God has really helped me to make 40 years. He's helped me to be able to do that. And then to have relations with other women. I have friends in my life, right? That I can share. And I believe that friends are there for different purposes.
Yeah.
So each one of your friends have something different to offer you, because they should have something, either you pulling them and they pushing you, or one way or the other, right? You have to be able to share those experiences and be honest with each other, and that's how you help each other. And so y'all talk about the sisterhood. I said, oh, I'm gonna have to adopt that, the sisterhood, honey. We got a sisterhood. Yes, I like that. So tell me about how, because all of you have corporate jobs or jobs outside the home? Okay.
Yes.
And you have businesses. I want to hear about your business. So go ahead and shoot.
So I just started my small business, as I said earlier, Curated Creatives, last year. So I've been doing events, planning for family, friends, some past jobs. And it's something that I really enjoy. And I have been talking about starting a business for like 8 years before I finally decided to just go ahead and do it. And so Curated Creatives is an event curation and travel experience company. And so we do birthday parties. We do, I did Jasia's now fiance, his 40th birthday, where we took 18 people to Denver and did a whole 4 days worth of activities. So yeah, that's kind of been keeping me busy, building my clientele, getting my name out there, doing different luxury picnics and other type of experiences. And so yeah, that's my business. Like I said, it started January 25th of 2021. And it's been interesting. I don't come from a family of entrepreneurs, or of people who have good business acumen. So it has been a learning journey for me. It has been not without bumps, maybe a couple of bruises at this point, but I am working through it and learning. As I mentioned, I'm in the eCornell's Women in Entrepreneurship program right now that I was introduced to from Tamika, actually, who was in the course last year. And so that has been eye-opening for me. And so again, just another resource that I've been given along my journey from being a part of this collective. Yeah.
So give us, do you have a website?
I do. My website is thecuratedcreatives.com. My Instagram is curated__creatives. You can email me at thecuratedcreatives@gmail.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook, Curated Creatives on Facebook.
All right. Wait a minute. Spell it for me.
Here, it is CURATED, curated, and then creative, CREATIVES.
Okay, let's see if I can add this and put this up. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. And so it would be your website is what? What?
It is, my website is thecuratedcreatives.com.
Yep,
my website. Yep, thecuratedcreatives.com.
Okay, let me see.
Pastor B, I just want to give you a hand clap because Mama is working through this technology, throwing things up like, y'all better not play with my pastor. Okay,
I try. There you go. Right? That's it.
That is it.
All right. Okay. So you guys, those that are watching tonight, make sure you go to her website, support her, see what she's doing, see how you can get support. All right. All right. Let's see. Who else do we have here that has a business?
Well, like Ashley, last year, myself and a colleague started a consulting business, a DEI consulting business, Beyond Boundaries Consulting. And so we do diversity training, we create programming, we do mediation, we do grant writing, anything for organizations, small, large. We work with United Way, Ronald McDonald House for Charities, and a lot of other different organizations, some local here in Rochester, some in Albany, California, Louisiana, so all over the place. And our website is beyondboundaries585.com.
Got to hold on, baby. Let me see if I can get it up on here. Now, what is
it? I'll put it in the chat too. Beyondboundaries585.com.
Beyond Boundaries 585?
Yes, .com.
Okay, let me see if I wait a minute. Yeah, let's see if I spelled this right. Look at it and see. Is that correct? No, that's not. Oh, is it?
No. You're just missing a U.
Okay.
Boun.
Okay. All righty. There we go. Let's see. Oh,
I love this.
honey, we just
Listen, don't she remind you of my mom and Aunt Dana? Like, I'm
Me too. That's what I was just thinking about.
let's work it out, honey. Okay. Is that
There
it?
you go.
That is it. That is
There we
it.
go, y'all. All
Okay.
right.
Yes.
All right.
So
So
that
did
is
you
the
say that you do grant writing?
Yes. Mhm.
Oh, girl, I will be calling you.
Please do. Yes.
Nice. That's good. All right. So
Yeah.
we ask all those watching again, support the ladies, support them. They are doing a great job. And hey, I think it's wonderful. And let's see.
Wait, one last plug though. So the Fortitude Collective is our collective business.
Okay, let me just you said that you want me to put that up.
We on Instagram. We don't quite have a website yet because we're doing some growing.
Okay, so
we are on Instagram.
Collective. All right, that's
Collective.
Collective. Collective. Okay.
Yep.
Collective. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Taquana.
Yes. So again, like Jacia said, so I'm part of the Fortitude Collective, which is our collective business. I consider myself more of a corporate boss. I am an IT leader for Delta Airlines, and I lead large transformation projects with Delta. But also, I am branching out under my own Hill consulting firm, where I'm doing motivational speaking as well as consulting and DE&I services as well. So my handles and Instagram and all of that will be shortly because I'm in the process of.
Oh, you froze.
But she's saying she's coming. Hill Consulting is coming.
It's on the way.
It's on the horizon.
Yes.
Yeah, Hill firm. Yeah. So that should be coming soon.
Very good. Very good. Well, I am so proud to have you ladies here tonight. And I really have been inspired by each of you because this is what I do. This is what I do. I believe that whatever you believe, whatever your dreams are, whatever your vision is, it absolutely can come to pass. And whatever you want to do. And I shared with you all a little earlier, like, you know, when I was coming up, they didn't have social media and stuff like they do today. And I was like, honey, if I was young, like, you know, young, okay, like my kids, I got 5 kids, honey, and my youngest daughter is 37, right? But I said, if I was young with social media like it is, with, you know, the internet and being able to be, you know, known everywhere, to brand yourself, to move forward in what you want to do. I mean, you all have the opportunity to be wherever you want to be in life. And I'm just so thankful that you have agreed to come to the conference. I can't wait till y'all come. I'm telling you, the ladies are going to be empowered. They are going to be so blessed. And thank you all so much for being a part tonight. And I know y'all ain't really know y'all's going to be live, but I thank you. Okay? I thank you.
All right. We pulled it together.
Yes.
Yes. We pulled it together last minute. That's what we do.
Yeah, I'm going to let you close it out. I'm going to let you close us out.
So we are super ecstatic, excited to be joining the Boss Women's Conference this June. We're going to give you some good organic conversation about being women, about being leader, about being bosses, but just being good and grateful and letting God show up and use all of your gifts. So we are excited, and we will see y'all in Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Bless you. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.